Hi, I'm Josh, and I'm very excited to be having a conversation with a titan of the board gaming hobby today. So let's dive straight into my interview with Mr. Tom Vasel. Hello, Tom.
Hey, everybody.
Well, it's just me, but hi, it's nice to see you.
Good morning or afternoon, depending on where you are.
I'm in Ontario, Canada, pretty much due north of you, so I guess it would be the same time zone. You've been to Canada before. What do you think of it?
I love the weather. I love the people.
The weather and the people. Anything else?
I love the fruit. I love the weather. Did I mention the weather?
Well, you obviously haven't been here in February. What's your favorite aspect of the weather?
I know people want me to say hurricanes, probably. Hurricanes aren't great, but they're not earthquakes. They're better than earthquakes. They're better than tornadoes. They're better than fires. They're probably not as bad as blizzards, but hurricanes happen less infrequently, and I don't miss ice storms or cold.
Well, anyhow, thanks for agreeing to do this interview.
I don't even know why I'm doing this.
Oh, what did you think when I asked you to do this with me?
I was like, oh, I guess. I don't know if I want to do that.
Okay, I mean, I do have a tiny YouTube channel with fewer than 500 subscribers.
I'm so sorry for you.
It has been tough to spread the word about my channel without really being involved in any social media.
I had never heard of it, really. I think maybe Z mentioned in the past.
Z? Oh, I love Z. He has a great sense of humor. Well, I am grateful that you did come on here with me today. Presumably it helps that I sent you a link to a video of my top 10 favorite cheesy jokes. What did you think of that?
Super fun! And I've been enjoying the cheeky humor all throughout it. It's been entertaining.
Ah, thanks. Well, let's get into some questions here.
All right, this is a Q&A.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to learning more about you today.
Go ahead, ask your questions. I may or may not answer them, but I'll answer a lot of questions.
Fair enough. Let's just start off with, how are you doing today?
That is a good question.
All right. Okay, moving on. Let's get to know you a bit. What is the single most important thing in your life? Your wife, your children, your spirituality, something else?
Key lime empanada.
What?
The key lime empanada. Now, I love key lime pies, but I tell you, the key lime empanada may be the greatest thing you've ever had. And I'm not exaggerating. I have yet to have someone eat it who has not agreed with me. It is amazing.
Surely you like your kids more than key lime empanada.
I don't like them as much as I like a steak sandwich or a Philly cheesesteak, particularly, or just a good hoagie or a good sub.
A good sub? Oh, fudge.
Actually, I've never made fudge, but I have made potato candy, which tastes like fudge.
Potato candy?
When I eat it, it's confusing to me.
Let's just skip to the next get-to-know-you question. If you could go back in time to any point in history, when would you go back to?
World War II, that was fun.
Fun? I can't imagine a lot of people would choose that era due to the amount of destruction and death.
That seems weird to me, that is like the rationale.
Not to mention the terrible mustaches of the period.
I am not convinced.
I mean, I just like it when people show love and empathy and treat each other with kindness.
Oh yeah, I like when people do that.
It's just so much better when people can get along and support one another.
I like that. That's nice. It's great for everybody.
Well, there you go. Let's move along and talk about your work. You've really got this video making thing down, haven't you?
I just have to go, or my iPad. Oh, here's my iPad. Okay, I'm done.
That's some talented computer work right there.
And I want to look at something over there. This is what I do.
Yeah, that's how you look to your left. Did you always want to be a board game media person?
And then I got a job at a grocery store, and then I knew what I wanted to be. I wanted to open the largest grocery store in the world. That was my goal. I was going to open this massive grocery store somewhere.
Well, I'm sorry you didn't get to see that dream come true.
I'll get over it. I'm over it already.
Oh, good. Well, let's talk about where you did end up. The Dice Tower.
Alrighty.
At this point, you've got people heading to different parts of the US for the Dice Tower conventions. You've got people traveling the world with the Dice Tower cruises. What's next for the Dice Tower? Where are you going to send us gamers for the next Dice Tower adventures?
You get sent through a Stargate to a planet, and you get thrown there for 2 weeks, and you have to survive. And if you survive, you pass, and you're trained in survival and everything, and you go and you take this test.
Whoa, that's an astonishing revelation.
I didn't spoil anything. Did I? No. I didn't spoil anything.
Frankly, my first impression is that it sounds dangerous.
I don't know what to expect, honestly. I guess we'll find out in a day, is it? Something like, I think it's tomorrow we'll find out. Who knows?
You're doing this sometime in the next day or two?
Who knows?
Far be it from me to tell you how to run the Dice Tower, and maybe it's just my 16 years of paramedic work making me paranoid. But don't you think a little risk assessment would be in order prior to sending people through a Stargate to another planet?
I wouldn't know all the ins and outs of that. Jace would know more than me.
You don't know the ins and outs. Have you even considered the dangers? I mean, lives are at stake here. Well, anyhow, under normal non-pandemic circumstances, you do keep a pretty busy schedule during convention season.
I really don't remember.
Yeah, it seems like a distant memory now, looking back from the autumn of 2020. Now, regarding the exhausting convention schedule and the jet lag and all that, I heard a rumor that I started that your staff were using a bit of nose candy to get through a couple of the bigger conventions.
Instead of having, Gen Con, nothing, Essen, and, then a little bit of a bump at Christmas, now they're certainly being spread out.
I guess it's good that you weren't doing it all the time, but...
It was phenomenal. The energy, I don't think I can ever replicate that, but I will never forget that. And it was so great.
Yikes, that sounds rather problematic.
I didn't think it's a problem.
It's just not healthy, let alone the cost of it. Like, how much was it adding to your travel budget?
$7.5 million in cash.
Oh my word. No wonder you need to do a Kickstarter every year.
And I definitely don't have a cane or a pink Cadillac. And I definitely attempt to treat women with respect.
Good. But still, you seem to have a bigger problem than I thought. Maybe you should seek treatment for that.
Please don't ask me that when I'm only 44. I could see that's something I could think about in 10 years.
Well, just so you know, I'm not trying to be judgmental. If I'm being totally honest, I dabble in some things myself. Switching gears then, let's talk about something fun, such as your collaboration with Richard Rotto Ham in your Corner to Corner shows.
I'll be on Rotto's channel tomorrow. Rotto runs through. Him and me doing a Corner to Corner.
Exactly. I had the pleasure of doing an interview with Richard the other day.
I've not seen that.
Oh, that's all right. We did have a pretty eye-opening conversation, though.
Weird. Okay. I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know.
Yes, got it. But one thing that did come up is that he seems to view you as some sort of villain.
I'm the villain, baby!
Huh. I've always felt that you were a very kind and positive person.
That's kind of a weird sentiment, in my opinion.
Okay, and what about Richard? What do you think about working with him?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Oh, come now. He seems like a really great person.
Bologna.
But you've even met him in person on more than one occasion. How did that go?
I didn't like his mom.
Oh, hey now, that's crossing the line. You can't go dissing somebody's mother on the internet.
It seems ruder to do that in person.
It's also rude to do it online. If someone...
Is a freakily weird sister.
Oh, boy. Oh, my mouth feels so dry now.
I get it. You don't have a lot of water.
I'm sorry, I just have to go refill my water bottle.
Again!
Well, the other time I was just throwing something out, but, well, never mind. So, you've worked alongside a lot of other people in the industry as well.
I mean, obviously you could say, oh, we're all working together and people are being supportive of each other, although I would argue there's a lot of negativity.
Oh, well, truthfully, I do hear from certain other people that they wish you would keep your hands to yourself. What's that all about?
If I don't poke somebody, that means we're not really good friends.
Well, I guess I'm one of those people you haven't poked.
That doesn't mean we're not friends. I'm like, or I don't like them. But what it means is I'm not comfortable enough in my friendship with someone to do a lot of poking.
Well, hopefully one day I'll be deemed worthy of the Vasel poke.
I'll poke Rodney Smith a few times, but that's because we're such good friends.
Oh, well, if that Canadian can get a poke, then there's hope for me.
That's true, but that's a very personal thing.
Or maybe I could initiate the poking and become the poker rather than the pokey.
Madness.
Fine, fine, I won't overstep my bounds. Let's talk about hobbies outside of gaming. I hear that you like musicals. We're going back to Hogwarts. A Harry Potter musical. I gotta be honest, well, I did read the entire Harry Potter book series to my older boy.
Really? All 4?
All 7, actually. But, while I did read all of them, I didn't enjoy them as much as I was hoping that I would.
What?
Well, as the series went on, the books just felt more and more oppressive as all that terrible stuff just kept happening.
Okay.
I will say that my son likes them a lot, although there are fantasy series that I personally enjoy a lot more.
Like what, though?
Like the Fiona of Our Tapestry by Guy Gavriel Kay, or Rothfuss's The King Killer Chronicle, or of course all the Lord of the Rings stuff.
Boo.
Come on, Tolkien beats Rowling hands down.
No.
Yes,
No.
Yes.
I just find it odd that people get that excited about it.
Well, different tastes for different folks. I guess we'll just have to disagree on that one.
Well, I think we'll just disagree on that one.
I literally just said that. But at least both of us are avid readers, so I guess we can both agree that books are awesome.
And that I would agree on.
Yay! If we can't agree on the specifics, maybe we can find common ground in the bigger picture.
That's really my philosophy with everything.
Cool. Hey, do you remember this one from my cheesy jokes video? What do you call it when Batman skips church? Christian Bale. Because Christian Bale played Batman.
Well, there you go.
I told Roy that one earlier and he seemed to like it.
I mean, Roy is up to date.
He seems to do so much great work behind the scenes of your channel. Is there anything that guy can't do?
Not much, frankly.
I do get the impression that that guy's trying a bit too hard, though. What with his sticky up hair, his pierced ears, his tattoos. Like, come on, dude, grow up.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Like, it's like, come on, we get it.
Yeah, like, okay, cool, dude.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I guess. But anyways, that aside, I'm pretty inspired by what you do at the Dice Tower. I think that when my own media empire finally takes off, I'm going to call it the Dice Tray.
No, no.
Oh, they have too similar a sound?
Yes, they have.
Right.
But it's not the same thing.
Well, that would be my argument.
That is somewhat true. I don't mean it to be a personal thing, but it could be.
Okay.
At the same time, it is what it is.
Sure. I just don't want to step on your toes.
Indeed. Indeed.
Did you come up with that fun cartoon logo for the Dice Tower?
I'm not sure that's necessarily anyone's business, but I'll just be blunt. No, I did not.
Oh, you don't like it?
It's so terrible. I hate it.
Okay, because I was going to say that I have an idea of how it could be improved.
Oh, how?
Very simple. What it needs is a yak.
I would like to see something like that.
Okay, great. I'll send you a few sketches when we're done here.
I hope so.
Cool. Now, as if you didn't already have enough on your plate, you also run the Jack Vasel Memorial Fund.
It's a lot of work.
I'm sure, but it's very good work, the way you help people who've been hit hard by life and who are in desperate need. What's the first step you take when somebody contacts you for assistance?
I think twice.
Well, you might joke about it, but it's a really wonderful thing that you do.
I'm okay with that. I don't know why that's a big deal.
It really is a big deal to me personally, and I'll tell you why. In all seriousness, the Jack Vasel Memorial Fund saved my family's bacon. It's 2013. I've found that I can no longer do my job as a Toronto paramedic due in part to physical health problems caused by Crohn's disease and mental health problems centered around PTSD. I'm on disability and still trying to support myself, my wife, and 2 kids under the age of 3.
So then what's my reasoning for giving them money?
Well, we were trying to take on enough debt so that my wife could go back to work to take over the role of the primary income earner. But in the process, we got ourselves into such a deep hole that we were facing the possibility of losing our home.
Oh, okay. No, that's good.
Yeah, the fund saved us from becoming homeless and allowed us to get our feet back under us again. And while my life has continued to fall apart piece by piece due to the PTSD, it did really save us when we were at our most desperate. And I am a little emotional still thinking about it. What, 7 years later?
Okay, that was a pretty good thing.
Absolutely. So I just really wanted to say a very heartfelt thank you in all sincerity.
That just for me, that's become a great thing. And I'm hoping to continue that.
Amazing. Well, I have just one final question. This one is concerning the other rumor that I just started, that you're planning to fire the entire Dice Tower staff and start all over with fresh faces in 2021.
I'm sorry. I also just realized that our time is up.
Whoa, that went quickly.
Ha! This took longer than I thought.
Well, I hope you had fun still, though.
It's been entertaining.
Great. I hope we can do it again sometime.
Who knows?
Okay. Well, I'll let you get back to work, and I'll get back to making more of my Josh Yaks videos.
It would be the death of the hobby without him.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
I really enjoy them.
Oh, shucks. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you today, Tom. I genuinely admire not just what you do, but who you are as a person.
Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel.
And hey, this is my show. All right. Well, thanks so much for doing this, Tom. I appreciate it. It's past noon now. What are you going to have for lunch?
Key lime empanada.
Figures. And I hope that you, dear viewer, enjoyed that interview with Tom, because it's so much work to put together something like this. The document that has my second-by-second transcription of Tom's video, plus my own script for the video, is over 5,600 words long, so just the amount of hours this takes is enormous. So please give back a little bit by subscribing, maybe giving a thumb up, maybe letting me know if you want me to continue doing these things. I might need to take a little break before I start transcribing my next hour-long video of my next victim. I'm thinking I might do Quinn's next, but like I said, might go back to doing a couple other regular hobby-type videos before I dive back into it. But in any case, I really appreciate you watching. Cheers.